Hey everybody, welcome back to Star Trek Online and the blasphemy that Star Trek Online has brought to us through the Kirtzman trek. You know, those years of pain and suffering that are still going on because they still won't kill a dying series because it is so woke. They have to keep it alive and everybody wants it. Yet nobody's willing to really pay for it the way they used to pay for the old Star Trek stuff. Yes, buying all the Star Trek items. They can't sell his craft like they could sell the old stuff. Alright, but you know what? We're going to keep it anyway. Yes, we have morons in Hollywood and morons in this world thinking they can run everything and force this shit down our throats, but no. We can choose to spend our money on the things we want to spend our money on. I love the fact that right now, that if you look at the dilithium market right now, it has been high and high because that's the only way they're really making money. And they're trying to sell all this stuff. But if you really look at the ships being used, is it from the Disgraceful series? Is it from Star Trek toilet paper, otherwise known as Picard screwed up? No, it is not even from the lore crap decks that have been shit on by Kirtzman. No, they still are playing ships like this one, a Nebula class starship. Because you know what, old track is cool. New Kurtzman's track is like shoving a stick up your own asshole and saying, this feels so good. Anyway, let's go ahead and do the last of the patrol missions. Oh, I'm going to have to turn the sound on. I am going to attempt to make this entire episode through and listen and bitch afterwards. It's really difficult because it's so fucking stupid just looking at his fucking face and all that Kurtzman has done. And again, I want to note that everything that Disgraceful, like every character in there, has a remarkable resemblance to other characters made in this one game by a guy in his own house whom we believe he took him from. Everything, even the creature that creates the spore thing, the spore drive bullshit, which doesn't exist. Because again, Kirtzman track is not in the Prime universe. So, again, I think all Kirtzman stuff is stolen. And I remember there was something to do with they had to remove somebody in a timetable. And why a judge with all the evidence in his face, probably because he was paid off, did not vote for threw this out of court is beyond me. But what I've learned is, as I've studied in the American courts, you have to know the law and you have to force these judges to obey the law because they don't want to. These judges are almost criminals themselves as far as I'm concerned. Or they're just ignorant fools who do not know the law that they're supposed to be serving and protecting. With that, guys, let's go ahead and look at our new episode. We are going to accept that episode, which is going to cause me pain and suffering, especially since I'm trying not to mute it. Here goes.
The Klingons think House Mokai forces are up to something in the Imaga system. I understand there was a problem with a planet killer in that system a while ago. Interesting. Oh, where was I? Right, Imaga. In addition to a lot of debris and the ruins of this planet killer, there are spore colonies there. And House Mokai is probably harvesting them, so we should put a stop to that real soon.
So real quickly, let's talk about this House Mokai. It doesn't exist because there are no orcs in Star Trek. 2, he's right about the planet killer, but my question is, why would somebody actually know about that if that information was probably classified at higher levels, and he's in the past, so why would he know about that? Does that make common sense to you? And then, of course, he loses his focus because he doesn't have a brain in his head. I think it's because he's taken up the ass so many times. It's rattled anything that he had up there in his brain, with the exception of his spore drive stuff, which, by the way, again, doesn't exist because it doesn't exist in true Star Trek. So with that said, let's go ahead and accept this mission that doesn't give any rewards except for a little bit of experience, but will allow me to play my ship and enjoy the combat of it. Alright, let's go ahead and accept this. And we are actually in orbit of that planet right now, so I'm going to accept this blasphemy of a mission.
Getting some unusual readings from the spore colonies in this system. They're mutating at an accelerated rate, absorbing and emitting some nasty radiation as they do so.
With one exception, there are no such things as spores, or spore colonies for that matter. Why? Because technically, since you're in Kirtzman track, you don't exist. And that smug dumbass look on his fucking face.
Right. Well, the spores are growing on the debris of this doomsday machine, which is where all of that radiation is coming from. This is a problem. The radiation is bleeding into the mycelial network through the spores. It'll cause serious damage if we don't deal with it soon.
How can pretend things cause any damage and be something you're worried about?
Hate to say it, but we need to cull the mutated spore colonies before the damage to the network is too great to reverse.
And yet you said it. Alright guys, this must be some kind of like fake holo program.
We
Kind of like the fake news that they have on TV that actually has no reality to it. No actual fact to reality to it, I should say. Alright.
Watch out. Mokai raiders on an intercept course.
More engine power. A6 on. Oh, space 6. A6. There we go. All right.
Hull integrity below 75%.
Okay, let's put power to damage control. So I need to wait for this to count because it's going to blow because, again, some fake stuff that doesn't exist apparently is doing stuff.
Let's deal with the next spore colony before the Mokai send reinforcements.
And yet we all know they're going to send reinforcements. What the hell was that? Yeah.
Hull integrity below 75%.
Interesting. So apparently they're not going to send anybody this time. Full impulse, more full power to engines.
Colony neutralized. Let's head toward the next one. Picking up Mokai ships on long-range sensors. We're about to have company.
Who said you could actually even be on my ship? Frickin' A. 6. And taking us about. Come on. That's what I want. There we go. Put those shields down. Nice. Alright. Let's see here. Come on. Or keeping those shields down. How did that not lower his shields at all? Ugh. Freaking cloaking devices. I need full power to auxiliary. Let's get this moving. Let's also stop that shield bleed through. And there we go. Let's also do this. Those shields down. Oh. Here, more power to shields. Come on. All right. Come on. There we go. Gosh, I love that critical hits and all that. It's great. Alright, let's go ahead and make sure I get this turned around. I want those shields down. Good. And is there anything else shooting at me? There it is. Gotta love that. Alright. Putting power to auxiliary power again. Actually, no, I want power to damage control. So I have that damage control point, and I'm actually kind of like, maybe I want to keep it there instead of like repurposing it.
Destroy these fools and take back what is rightfully ours! Comply!
Frickin' orc is talking again.
We will rid the stars of these honorless rebels for the Empire!
Yeah, you ain't the Empire, winch. Oh, come on. Let's balance this out a little bit. More power to engines, though. And we're going to use this
The
battery.
newest Klingon arrivals are on our side.
Alright. I need C7. Power to engines. More power to shields. Let's take this about. And let's put C4 in that out. Firing weapons. Okay, there's one ship there. Oh boy.
The rebels are breaking! Let us dispose
Stopping
of
the
this
bleed
fine
through.
task and be done with it!
Let's get out of damage real quick. Oh, look at that. Getting out of range. Alright, all damage repair. Hitting full stop. I'll fast forward the damage repair.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Hull integrity below 50%. Hull integrity below 25%.
Alright guys, we are back. This guy has been like stalking me.
Begin withdrawal. We will fight another day.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
So I'm gonna take care of business. Taking this about. Full powered weapons. Now that most of his shield's gone, he actually came after me out here. I'm gonna keep those shields down. So I think this was...
Glorious! Did you see how Ja'ula ran like a scalded targ? She is not Klingon, and a disgrace to the memory of her honorable brother. We shall remain vigilant. If the coward Ja'ula shows her hideous face here again, I will finish what we started here this day.
I actually like her.
I will send her, screaming, to the gates of Grethel!
Except for the fact that she doesn't really exist. She's an orc trying to be a Klingon. But one of the things that this episode has in it, I want to really focus is, you notice these 3 battleships, the Klingon battleships. Basically, it's a group mission, and I think I was treating like it was just a one-on-one, and I was surrounded. So, not a bad mission. And the thing is, I would play it again because it looks like they're playable again, and you can get fleet marks from it. I want to get more temporal stuff. There it is for my reward there. But let's go ahead and finish it up here.
Glorious! Did you see how Ja'ula ran like a scalded targ? She is not
Is it me, or do most forms of Klingon justice ultimately end with screaming in Grethor? You know, never mind. I think I know the answer to that. Look, as long as House Mokai isn't polluting and destroying the mycelial network, I'm good.
So there is no network because your entire universe doesn't exist and you are a fuckface. And your whole character profile was stolen from another person's video game. So F you, please leave my galaxy and don't enter Star Trek ever again. Departing system now. Alright, so I think that whole little at the end where my characters...
The long-range sensor arrays in the trailer system went off.
So I think at that very end where my characters, the ship kind of like lit up and all that stuff. Generally you get that with a level up, but that I think was just like a episode completion mark. So, because you don't really turn in those episodes for some reason. I do believe, and this actually surprises me, but you can actually play them again. And I would turn the sound off and play them. My only objection to doing that is the fact that it kind of gives Kirtzman credit, and I'm not up for doing that. They do give fleet marks, so I could see that they're being played a lot for that reason. So that is actually the reward that's actually being given. So there is a reward, despite the fact...
Starfleet's been reading a lot of Klingon
it
ships
gives the
operating
experience.
near the Briar Patch.
So, okay, we are level... What is it? 42 right now. We did not gain another level that time. That's fine. But with that, I was able to let it play the whole time without turning off the sound. So I think I should be rewarded for that. Like a little happy. I did not let the insanity of Kirtzman and the stupid moronic characters and the stupid gender feminist bullshit and the homosexual bullshit, make it so I had to turn it off. So yeah. Anyway, guys, please remember, do respect women. But again, if they're not going to respect you, you can still treat them respectful, but you don't have to like the bullshit that they're trying to shove down your throat. With that, guys, have a great night, and I'll catch y'all later.